And a lot of these, facilities, if you're in the commercial real estate market, the flex terminology, which is like the industrial building that has some office in it. So it allows, it would allow groups to have, a small amount of office space with the industrial component as well. And so a number of these facilities were bought and retrofit for the data center space. This was before, I would say, like the industrialization of the builds of the data center. So it was like, I think what groups found out over time is like, it's just easier and probably more cost effective to build like ground up, like purpose built data centers than it is to retrofit buildings.
And those buildings would have been 15 to 30 megawatts roughly?
Yeah, sure. 15, 30 megawatts, 150, 200,000 square feet, depending on the market that it was in. And obviously we're speaking about the US. And so I think you fast forward many years later, and in certain areas you had both the industrial developers and the data center developers competing for the same plots of lands, which was what you were talking about, in very specific areas that data center users would want to be. There's two areas I'm going to provide, and there's others, but these are very like visible locations where this is and has taken place. So one, if you're in the city of Chicago, the Elk Grove Village area, which is by the airport. This area is has a very heavy data center footprint and a very heavy industrial footprint. And so you've seen some data center operators have to do some very creative things to get sites in that area because there's end users that really want to be specifically in that area. So that's one area that has had that characteristic. Another one is in Phoenix. This is in Mesa. So if you drive down, really it's Elliott Road, which splits the on the north side, you've got a lot of data center development. On the south side, you have that as well. But you also have a lot of industrial sites too there.